All right, so today on the Kariuki podcast, we got my homie Chris Long in the building.
What's up, guys? How you been? Chris Long here.
We haven't really officially like chopped it up. So
no, we haven't. We just started to a little bit. So
yeah, we've been friends for a minute. We've been like working in the same scene, kind of with different artists and shit. And so it's finally cool to just sit down and be like, yo,
yeah,
like what's your story, bro?
Yeah.
Like what's going on? You know, so I guess first to start, like, who are you? Where did you come from? How did Chris Long become Chris Long?
I'm originally from like Boston area, Massachusetts.
The East Coast.
Yeah, Billerica to be exact. I got started doing like photography and filming because of BMX. I was a BMX rider growing up, and it just started as filming me and my friends and just making little videos and stuff like that. And eventually it just evolved into like the Northeast area. There wasn't many filmers, so that kind of like there's a lot of good riders, so I became like one of the main dudes in that area that could just meet up with people, and I started making videos that way. And like, you know, I started making videos for like websites and like started getting paid for it. Like if someone was sponsored, I would make a video.
Yeah, back then it was a lot like company based, right?
Yeah, like you'd make a video for this kid's sponsor, and that sponsor would be like $200 for the video or whatever. But you know, when you're a kid, it's cool, but like it would take you like a month to make a video because you have to go a ton of times and try to like film all this stuff. People don't know how much work those really are to make. But you know, doing that, had a regular job and making a little side money, so it was cool. And then I was like one of the first kids around that area. I think I was really one of the first kids in BMX really with like an HD camera. So that kind of like made me like
had the leverage of like leverage, oh shit, look what I got.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like not many people had that yet, so that was cool at the time too. And then my little brother was really good, and I think we really helped each other because I was able to make a lot of videos and put content out of him.
Yeah, just kind of bounce off
and
each
so
other.
People he got recognition that way, and you know, he ended up getting sponsored and stuff like that.
He still rides?
Just for fun. He's not. He doesn't do it professionally anymore. But then I ended up getting hired by the same company he was sponsored by to come out to California, become a team manager.
So that's how you got your start in Cali?
Yeah. That was like 2011. And
what was LA like at that time?
We all lived in Long Beach. So we really didn't go to LA much. We just go to LA to ride. It was cool. I mean, it was just it's different from the East Coast. So it was a whole new world for me in general. And then, you know, just living in like a huge BMX house with like 10 kids.
Yeah.
And just like, you know, it just turned into like, you know, partying all the time, going to the bar, riding all day. You know, we had a van, get in the van, and drive out to like the Inland Empire area, go to schools, and just ride and film and like all we did. That's all I did for a couple of years. And yeah, it was cool. It was fun. I kind of got burnt out on the BMS thing pretty fast. You know, I was doing it and then just kind of like
lifestyle, right?
I don't know. Along the way, the fun just kind of got taken away from like why I was doing it to then like it just became like I got sick of going out every day and just sitting out of school in the sun, like filming a kid not land a trick all day, like, and it just wasn't like let's go out and ride and have fun. It was just like let's go out and film. You know what I mean? Like it just
so there's like the attached pressure with even just the thought of doing it.
I just got over it. You know what I mean? Like I just realized I'm not really that into this, you know. And then it's more fun if it's just like a passion thing than it was for that. So yeah, I just did that for a while. Then after I stopped doing that, I just kind of like just did my own thing for a while. I ended up working in weed shops for a few years and stuff.
And you were still out in LA, right? You stayed in LA?
Yeah, I stayed in California the whole time.
So what was that like after the BMX thing? Like, did you have to, was it like, I need to find something else to do? Or was it like, hey, this opportunity's here, I'm kind of getting over this, like, let me just transition?
No, it was like, I need to find, what am I going to do? Kind of like, what am I going to do now? I didn't know what, you know, because I really, for a couple of years, wasn't taking photos or filming anything. I mean, I was taking photos, but it was just fun stuff, like, or just my own hobby stuff. Like, I'd go out and take whatever photos I just want to take as a photographer, like, but not doing anything with it, not taking photos of people or not taking photos of BMX. And I was just working. I was just working in weed shops, and I'd work like 6 days a week, and I work like 16 hours a day. So it was just like that was it. You know what I mean?
Like
like
the hustle phase of like,
yeah,
you just put your head down and like, I know it's like, not time to be figured out.
Yeah, I just gotta keep. If I want to stay out here, I gotta keep making money. So it's just like that's what I did, and I did what I had to do to just stay out here and do that. And then eventually, I got back to, you know, taking photos and filming again.
What kind of brought you back?
after doing the weed thing for a little while, I just was, even that, I think it was between like jobs, doing a shop, you know what I mean? Like that whole thing, like shops would be open for a while, then they get closed, and then you just have to find a new one or move to a new one or wait.
What was like the first project like that kind of like, was it like a music video for someone or like
No, it was after I wasn't doing the working. I actually hit up my homie Alfredo at the On Some Shit store, and then they were moving at the time to Melrose, and then I'm like,
so that was like 2016ish.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I need money, I need some work, because I'm like, I'm between shops right now, and then he's like, oh, we're moving, so come help out. And then I started just helping move the shop and stuff like that, and then I just eventually from there was just there a lot more, and then just saw the opportunity, like, hey, let me film this and just do the videos, because it's like some in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is just like BMX videos. It's just like the whole vibe part of the BMX videos that people,
same
you know
system,
what I mean?
just a different culture.
We're not filming the tricks, but we're like, everything else is the same kind of in my mind. You know what I mean? And like when I did the BMX stuff, I used to do this thing called the Mass BMX Show, and it was like a it was like a behind the scenes like thing. Like we'd be out filming a BMX video, and it'd be sitting at the spot, you know, kid be trying to land a trick over and over again, and you're filming that. But then like everybody's, you know, sitting around watching this kid trying to land a trick because you're riding a group. But we're all fucking around, playing around, and I would film everything. Like he'd be sitting there like, all right, walking his bike back up, and I would just film the guys hanging out and stuff like that. Then I started making videos of just that, just the fuck around stuff, and like people love that shit. And I'm like, it's like in my mind, doing the stuff I do now is just the same as that. I'm like, just film people, and people just want to see their personality, just
exactly,
just straight up. You know what I mean? People want to see real, you know,
something that you can't see anywhere else. You're not gonna get it with a big like TV network, or you know what I mean? It's like, this is a one-on-one interaction between me and this person, and I'm happen to be comfortable enough to film it, to let you feel it, you know? And that's why it's like, you're not really watching something, it's like you're experiencing it.
Yeah.
And that's the difference of like, whoa, this is some fire shit right here.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, people don't get that. It's like, I'm not just, it's weird because in this scene too, it's hard to get the people to be natural and in their comfortable, true, you know, like form. People want to put on so hard for the camera sometimes, as because they're rappers, they have this whole image to maintain. I get it. You
sometimes
know what I mean?
they even need to, because someone will catch them slipping.
Yeah.
Even when they think they're just chilling, like.
And people don't get that. A lot of it is like they're, you know, they're people too. Like when you're sitting alone and it's just you two in a room, they're not being that aggressive all the time, you know what I mean? Like they are in front of a camera, they're a normal person just like you. And like if you can get that out of people in front of the camera, like people want to see that. People want to see the behind the scenes, the realness, you know what I mean, behind everybody too. There's always two sides. Like
I think that's the gift too, within like when you look at these like big directors or big, it's not really about the camera, it's not really about the equipment or the budget, it's about the person leading the experience. It's like, we want this person here because we know even if shit goes wrong, we're gonna have a good experience out of it, you know? It's like, and that's what's gonna sell the product or the music or whatever the fuck. It's like, people want the life out of it. I
become cool with everybody, like straight up. I'm not just there filming them, I'm there hanging out with them, like straight up hanging out. Like we're sitting there smoking weed together or whatever. Like you just become, you talk, you just be straight up with them and real, and then you talk about real shit with them and be real with them, and then like after a while they're like, all right, he's just chilling, just chilling. And then when I start filming it, they're just the same, you know what I mean? So you get that. And a lot of people, a lot of rappers especially, tell me like a lot of filmers are weirdos, you know what I mean? They're weird, they don't know how to act and stuff like that. And it is, I think, a lot of coming down, just even them probably being nervous in the situation, not knowing how to act, and it's just like, just relax and just be yourself. Fans
too, like, or not even fans, just people. Like, if you have a fan persona, it's like you're gonna get a fan reaction. Like, that's how they're gonna treat you, like a fan. So it's like,
exactly.
You kind of have to know the difference, and this is for any like filmers out there, photographers, and this is why I think it made it so hard for people, because like people that had real credibility, and like not that many people like knew my face and stuff, but like a couple people knew my work. So it's like I became one of these filmers just like everyone else. Like everyone thinks I'm gonna expose them and this and that, and it's like you get this look of like everyone else, you know, like you're working in the game making fire shit, and then people are treating you like you're just like some like rapper's homies, like little cameraman dude. You're like, bro, I'm a filmmaker, man. Like Come on, bro. Give me some more respect.
That's
in
a
that.
lot of things like photographers and filmers don't get enough credit. The behind the scenes people and stuff like that doing what they do. And,
The ones that really are talented and really like put the time into learning the craft.
Yeah, and all that stuff that people do behind the scenes and the the vlogs and the documentaries, not just the music videos, all that other stuff like that, and the filmers that are with taking photos every day with the rapper, hanging out with them every day, damn near, like, they deserve. It's hard because it's hard to get. You know so much, like, you never get paid, this and that. It's like we're like the lowest of the low. Like, people in like the music industry, like our producers always get fucked over, this and that. And it's like we're even worse than that. You know what I mean? Because we are a crucial part of the machine. Where everybody plays a role. You know what I mean? Like the rapper, the producer, the manager, and like the photographer. Everybody's part of it. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody. It's hard because it's hard to get good pay. People just take advantage of photographers a lot, and it's easy to be like, oh, we'll find this new kid that's just coming up, and we'll just give him $200.
So many of them.
You know what I mean? Because there's always someone coming up. And we'll go just instead of just like being loyal to
and just helping someone grow
with you. Like let their career grow as a photographer and let them make bigger and more money, because we want to make good money too. We want to be rich. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to be rapper rich, obviously, but we want to be rich. We want to have money. We want to be comfortable. You know what I mean? So,
and I think that's the thing is during this whole new like birth of like the from 2016 on, of just like the internet and like photographers and videographers being able to make a career on like Instagram, and like having these artists be able to put people in positions like. I think even Cole, like, bro, Cole snapped. He really broke the mold of like now the photographer, videographer can be rapper rich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just got to do it right.
You got to do it right.
And it's like, it broke that. Like, first it was like DJs were the cool ones, then rappers, and then producers got their swag. And like, now it's the videographer, it's the creatives' time to like tap
and there are
in
kids out there killing it too. Like, look at like Cole is a good example, and Gibson's
gone crazy.
Like, he's gone crazy, and he's just like, I remember just being like, wow, look at this kid, like just seeing him for the first time, and now he's doing like, he just did the whole Savage Mode thing, like,
it's fucking
so
hard.
sick. It's so sick, and he's like, he's gonna go super far. You know what I mean? Like, and that's cool to see. You know what I mean? So,
and I think that's what it takes, even within the community, is like, of creatives, is like, okay, look, now that we got this little pull going of our own, let's keep it going. Let's keep putting people in position to, like, and by 5 years from now, the whole game is gonna be real dope people that are tapped in with each other, like.
And it's, I think people are starting to see, like, all right, I really do need to pay a filmer or a photographer to be by my side, like, all the time, and it is worth it. You know what I mean? At the end, and I think. Grateful for the opportunities I've had. I'm grateful for Juice. You know what I mean? Like, he put me on like that.
I was talking about that. How did you get involved with that?
We just became, Juice is just, he's a very rare person. He's like the friend you've always wanted. Forget like, oh, I got put on by this rapper, I found the perfect opportunity, it's good. No, he's like the perfect friend. All this rap stuff wasn't a thing. You know what I mean? Like, he's the dude like that really cares about you. Here's this kid on tour, like in Germany, and is just FaceTiming me, like, yo, bro, I just checking up on you. How's it going? I know you were having, you were upset about this the other day because we were talking about real shit. We were real friends, and who else is my real friends aren't even hitting me up like, yo, bro, how you feeling? I know you were having some issue the other day, and like, I just wanted to check up on you, like,
it's deeper than a job. It becomes like, you're like, oh shit, I forgot, like, we're even working, because it's just we're living together now. You know what I mean? So like, when you got started with that, was it just like a quick gig and then you guys kicked it and it was fun?
Just we met when I was working at No Jumper. He came in early on and did that exposed video. I filmed it. That was the first time we met. We got to talking. He was like, we clicked kind of right away. We just felt comfortable talking or whatever. Didn't see him like a few weeks, maybe a month or so later. We pull up on him. We do like a vlog with him. Same thing. We end up getting like some real conversations throughout the night, just hanging out and filming. And he's being super comfortable around me and just makes me super comfortable, and like, whatever. And we're talking about real shit. You know what I mean? Like, as just like homies, like
Chilling, yeah.
not realizing like, you know, super early on he was big, and I knew he was gonna be big. But he wasn't as big yet. You know what I mean? So he was just cool. I'm like, oh, this kid's super down to earth.
And then like once it started getting more like consistent.
So basically, you know, pull up on him a couple times here and there, and then he's super comfortable, and we were just friends. And then one day, it was like 2018, like November-ish or something like that. Camp Vlog Nog time. It was like the week before or something like that. Same thing. Pull up on him to like do a vlog, film with him all day, and then he's like, pull up tomorrow. I'm like, all right, well maybe we'll make this a whole weekend thing or something. Boom, pull up the next day, and then it like was literally like, yo, pull up tomorrow. I'm like, all right, well just maybe we'll make it a 3-day thing. And then there's literally just never left. Never left. Fire. It was like every day
that's
after
when you
that.
know it's just a real like bond.
Yeah,
and,
and then I was filming everything, and I'm like, all right, this is more than a vlog. You know what I mean? Like we filmed for a week already. Like what the fuck am I gonna do with all this footage? And then it just kept going, and then we're like, yeah, I'm like, we should just do a documentary. And he's like, yeah, I'm super into that. And like, and then we just, I'm like, I'm just gonna film forever. And he's just like, cool. And we're filming nonstop, and we were just together all the time, and he'd let me film. I recorded him. I mean, everything. I recorded everything. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like making music and just hanging out.
What was the thing you like to record the most? So when you like, you knew, oh hell yeah.
Oh, it was like the freestyles. It was like, because it was like super early on, even before all this, when we did a vlog, he did a freestyle one night. I think it was like the first time I hung out in the studio with him, and I was like, I mean, I talked about it for weeks.
I'm like, first, right? Yeah. Like you're like, damn, bro, what the fuck?
I was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I'm like, he made a fucking song, bro. I'm like, and I'm listening to it. Like now I'm listening to this freestyle over and watching my footage over and over again. I'm like, this is insane. And then that was the thing. He knew too, because I would look at him as soon like he play a beat, I'd look at him and he'd be like, oh, you want me to freestyle? Like he knew that, and he loved it too. You know what I mean?
And
like,
that's fire when you guys have that like connection. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was working with Yachty, there was certain things like if I had the camera ready and I give him that look, it's like, bro, wow out. Like this is about to look so hard, bro. Like,
exactly.
So it's cool when you got that bond to where you can just
just know what's
talk.
good.
You don't have to be like, hey, get ready. You're just like,
So yeah, the freestyles were the most amazing thing. You know, that was a really, I'm like this is just crazy.
Yeah. So I guess like after he passed and shit, how's that been like? I guess not just as a career wise, but just to like moving on creatively. You know what I'm saying? Like, has it had a hold on you or?
Yeah. I mean, in a way, I kind of just wanted to quit everything. I mean,
for sure.
It's hard now. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to get close to anyone. It's hard. You know what I mean? Like, and I've gotten like close to Trippy and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, and they've been super cool, but it's like, it was really like tough at first.
It's mostly because you don't know how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like some shit you got to just like work through and learn through and like, you know what I'm saying? Build up that trust in yourself and it gets better and shit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's honestly, it's been really hard. It's still really hard. It just, that is like, I've had friends and family, you know what I mean, that passed away, but something about this was like, it fucked me up. You know what I mean? Like, just being there, you know, witnessing it. It was just fucked up. For sure. It fucked me up. Like, but I went on a tour with Trippy, like the end of January, I think, or something like that, into March or whatever. And I was only supposed to go for like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? It was like, you know, Pete, which is one of Juice's managers, also works with Trippy. And he was like, you know, they have a filmer, but they don't have someone for the first 2 weeks. Just, you know, go. They need someone. And I'm like, all right, it's just 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And then everybody, like, he has a whole crew. You know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of dudes there. And everyone's super cool to me, like straight off. Like they were like, you know what I mean? Because I was like super nervous. I didn't want to go. Yeah, and
it's weird when you go into a new entourage because you're like you're like the new kid at school.
I'm like, exactly. You're the new person. Nobody knows you.
You don't know how everyone jokes. Like,
yeah, exactly. And they're all, you know,
some people hate being filmed and shit. You're like,
and I was just, you know what I mean? Like I just didn't want to even do anything. I didn't want to be fucking friends with anybody. I didn't want to, you know, but I went after, they were just all super cool. They're all super cool and like welcoming and yeah, I just like, I felt like they took me right in, no problem. And like, I was just myself, same thing. I was probably a lot more reserved than I usually am, maybe, but yeah, everybody was super cool. I still hang out with them all the time. I'm with Trippy now. You know what I mean? Like still work with them and stuff like that. So yeah, they're all great. You know what I mean? They're all like super cool people.
So like how has it been working with Trippy and like just kind of rebuilding that bond and like, getting back into the flow to where it's like consistent?
It's been cool. Like tour was consistent, then after it hasn't been so much, you know what I mean? Shit. Like the Corona shit.
Just been fucking everything.
Yeah, like there's just not much going on and this and that. So it's just like I'm not, I still go there all the time. On even just like I'll just pull up if there's nothing to do or not. I'm just pulling up to hang out because now at this point we're all homies. You know what I mean? So if Trippy's there or not, I'm hanging out with, him, or if he's not there, like there's everybody else. You know what I mean? I'm friends with everybody else now at this point. So it's like that's just gang now. Like we
what has it been like working with that whole squad? Like it seems super cool. Like it seems like a family. You know what I'm saying? Like you got everyone's super tapped in, looks out for each other. Like how's that been? Kind of
it's good. Like I like everybody a lot. You know what I mean? And like you pretty much now have personal relationships with everybody. That it's not just like I'm just with this crew. It's like it's just each person is their own person. Like a lot of them, like we're friends, hit me up almost on like on a daily or semi-daily basis, or if they're out of town, FaceTime back and forth and stuff like that. Like they're just all friends now. You just make new friends. That's all it is. And it's like, and it's been cool.
Yeah. So I guess what's the future of like Chris Long look like?
Shit, I don't even know.
Or what do you want it to look like?
I mean, I don't even know. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. That's it. I just want to get in a comfortable position and just keep filming, keep following people around and just documenting their life and doing videos. I've been doing my own YouTube channel. I was
I've seen you've been doing vlogs.
I was doing vlogs and stuff, and then I've been up and down with it a little bit. I know I have to stay like consistent to keep it going, but that's actually been good. You know what I mean? Like if that can go somewhere and like I have a lot of content and stuff, like a lot of things I want to do, and I feel like what your whole model of what you have going like really works. I like what you have going, and it's really really motivating to me. And it's part of the reason I'm like, I should be doing my own YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Like everybody's told me a million times. I'm like, yeah, I know. And I was, even when I was with Juice and stuff like that, like I have vlogs. Like I'm gonna drop that word vlogs. I filmed Juice, but I just wasn't like in it. You know what I mean? Like I was like, yeah, you're right. I should film some vlogs and stuff. And then it wasn't until after, or a while after I started. Like, all right, started doing stuff. I was consistent for a minute, and like I'm about to get consistent again. But I like your whole, you have like a whole team of people. It seems like that, like, you're getting shit done. You're doing the merch, you're doing the YouTube stuff, you're doing this, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, damn, I need to be doing more stuff. You know what I mean? And like, I want to, same thing. I want to get my YouTube channel going. I want to do some sort of merch and stuff too. And like, it just makes sense. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's the funnest part, bro. That's what I'm trying to like, I just want to like show people like, yo, there's really a way to do this where it's all fun.
Yeah.
Like even the hardest part of the work when you have like no bread and you're like down bad is fun.
Yeah.
Like literally we're like, okay, we need to make rent. We need to, I don't know, go shoot a vlog, do something fun, drop a shirt, and try to make our rent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like a game. And we're like, okay, let's try it.
Yeah.
And it might work. And then if it works, we get to level up and like, all right, now let's start a podcast and let's do this and see if we can get this all to work.
Yeah.
And then in the process, we're just like helping everyone out do their own shit too.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's like, I really believe in the like, stay down till you come up. You know what I mean? Like you work under someone and you put the time in, you know what I'm saying? And then by the time you know it, you work for 2 years, whatever the fuck, and you're in a position to really win. Yeah. And now you got someone you could put on, take under your wing, and they help you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just this model of like,
that's the thing too. You definitely, I feel like, need like a team of people. Like I think it's hard to do. It's definitely doable, but hard to do on your own. Like you can achieve so much more if you have a little crew of guys or whatever, crew of people that are down to just, see the vision. Like, yo, we all can build something off this one thing. You know what I mean? Like we can all take this one thing, build this thing up, and stem off it and build a bunch more off it. You know what I mean?
I feel like what I've learned in my experience trying to do this is like, no one wants to just do something for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, as sweet as it sounds, as cool as it, like, no one wants to do that. You have to like make it so that they're a part of it. They have something in it, and you can't be scared to give what you have up. You know what I mean? And like, for me, that's been a big part of like, I want to show you that I'm really trying to do this with you, to the point where I'll give you some of my piece now. Yeah. To just let you know, look, let's do this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is putting people in position even when you really can't.
You just gotta be straight up. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I need help with this. And like, even I did something the other day and I'm like, yo, I need some help with this. You know, some kid come film and edit this for me. I'm getting paid $500. You're gonna edit it too? All right, I'll give you $300. I paid myself $200 because you did more work than me. You know what I mean? Like, so that's only fair. Be transparent and like, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? Instead of like, I've been in too many positions where, and you know this too, where you do something and you get paid very little amount and someone else makes a real lot of money off what you did. You know what I mean? And like, that's not fair. And I know it's like, well, you're working for someone, this and that, but it's like, it doesn't have to be that way. You could be a lot more fair. Like you could still make a shit ton of money off something and be a little bit more fair. Like, oh, this video, I paid you $400 for this video, but it ended up making way more than anticipated. Let me give you a little bonus on top. Let me give you $1,000 because it made, $30,000. You know what I mean? Like, let me help you out a little bit, because this video did a lot for me. Not like, well, just boom, doesn't matter.
And I don't know, man. I feel like for me, the coolest thing is like just switching the game up. Be like, all right, I'm gonna put the ball back in my court and my court only. Yeah. And that's how it's gonna go. I'm not gonna be in any more positions where that could even happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's the coolest part, where you're like, me and my gang are straight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got our own thing. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's the fun part. Like,
yeah, no, exactly. And that's what really, when I saw that you started doing this own thing, like, damn, like that just makes sense. You know what I mean? And like, that's why I was like, I should probably do my own YouTube channel, because at this point, like, I'm in a position where like I'm just hanging out. Mm-hmm. Like, you guys could just see what I'm doing on like a weekly basis, because like, you guys don't even realize, like, I'm pulling up on like so many different people would die on some shit. Like, yo, what's up? I'm just here to hang out for 20 minutes and smoke a blunt with you, just because like, what's up? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and that's it. Oh, I gotta go run over and do this other shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and then you do it in a way where it helps the artists out. You know what I'm saying? It makes them look good. Yeah. And you just have this system of like positive, like, like success for everyone. Exactly. It's crazy. It seems unrealistic and like cliche. Yeah. But that's the thing. Once you do it and you figure it out, you're like, bro, it's actually not. Yeah. And like, everyone needs to realize that it's not. Yeah. Yeah. People don't know, like, and that's why, and it just makes sense. Like, I'm just cruising around fucking LA all the time on my motorcycle, just pulling up on fucking Trippy, or pulling up on, whoever else at whatever. I'm pulling up to the studio, and I'm pulling up over here, and then like seeing all these people, like it's no big deal. But it's actually a big deal to a lot of people, but it's no big deal to me at this point. Because I'm just like running around doing bullshit. It's just how it became like regular life for me. What do you think the balance is in that? Like, because I feel the same way, in the sense of like, there's I found an old ass email I had sent to like the newspaper in my city when I was in high school, and I was just telling them like what I was trying to do. Like, I was like, yo, I'm trying to like show like all my friends that you can do something different. And it was like 6 years ago. I'm like, holy shit, bro! Like, I didn't even know that. Yeah. And it still ended up kind of happening. And I'm just like, it's just crazy how shit can kind of like come to life. And I don't know, I'm high as shit. I'm starting to forget what I'm saying.
That happens. Yeah. And I mean, like, you basically manifest that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I really am a believer in that. Like, you can manifest shit. Like, because I don't know, I feel like I've always.
What do you think the biggest misconception with following your dreams is?
I don't misconception,
or just like
that it's
people
easy.
Get wrong.
Like, it's not easy. It's actually the worst thing you can do. It's like everybody is like, no, you shouldn't be doing this. Get a real job. What are you doing? You can't support yourself. You know what I mean? Like, people don't get it. Like, why do you do this if you can't pay your rent? Like, why? You know what I mean? Like,
you have to be really willing to, like, it sounds crazy, but almost die for it. You know what I'm saying? And like it sounds like really extreme, but it's like that's what it takes. You really have to give it everything, and you might get everything you've ever wanted,
or you might get nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's a very real possibility. And the thing is like doing the BMX thing kind of seasoned me a little bit for it. I feel like because you grow up like BMX, like having money wasn't cool, and skating and stuff like that. You like in that when I grew up in that era, it was cool to like be grungy and be able to fucking live off like nothing. You know what I mean? And like be able to get by on big, because BMX riders don't make shit for money. Like pro BMX riders make barely anything. You know what I mean? Unless you're like super pro, you know, Red Bull BMX rider. But like, there's a lot of BMX riders that are sponsored that just, you know,
they just do it
just
for the...
doing it because they love it, and they barely make enough money to get by, or just make enough money to get by. And you know, you just learn to live, but with like making enough just to get by and stuff like that. So it kind of like prepares you for times when like there's not shit going on, and like you're not really making a lot of money, you're living off fucking EDD during COVID type shit, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, how's the coronavirus period affected you in the quarantine?
Well, the EDD helped, but I didn't get not like everybody else, because I actually had like I was on tour, so I was a paying job that was on the books.
Yeah.
So I didn't get like a fucking $20,000 check, whatever,
Yeah,
but I got basically unemployment. You know what I mean? So it helped. I was getting like a good amount of money with that extra 600 in the beginning. You know what I mean? But I'm still getting money right now. You know what I mean? So. But it's not as much as it was, but it's you know, every little bit helps, and that's why you do like little things and like sell photos and whatever. The YouTube thing, my channel's monetizable now, so I gotta like get that handled, and then
do you do merch?
I haven't done any merch.
Merch would go crazy.
I feel like
if you need help, I got you.
I do want to do something. I do want to do something. So yeah, we should do something.
We could get after some shit.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas. I think doing merch, like I wanted to start kind of my own little merch brand. I didn't want to name it like Chris Long Films. I wanted to think of something different, because obviously. But yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Well, fuck it. It's said here on the podcast. It's gonna happen.
Hell yeah.
Chris Long merch coming soon.
Coming soon. Hell yeah.
What do you got on the YouTube channel? I've seen a couple videos. I think I've seen some shit with Scheme.
Yeah.
There's a Juice vlog on there, maybe. That might have been his channel.
That was probably his channel. Yeah, I did a vlog for him. My channel is just vlogs. Just kind of me running around. I do a couple behind the scenes videos on there too. So, you know, my channel, there's a lot of content that I wanted to do before that I'm like, I'll just do it on my own channel. You know what I mean? So I've been doing like behind the scenes videos. I'm doing my own like personal vlogs, behind the scenes videos, but I want to do other stuff. I'll probably do like day in the life type videos and stuff like that. And then you know, I have a couple other ideas of like content that I would like to do with like artists, different types of artists and stuff like that, that I think would do good once I get a little more consistent and able to pump videos a little bit faster. You know what I mean? That's the hardest part, is the editing, like, getting a system of just being able to like get them out really fast. You know what I mean? So it's always been the hardest thing. So
what do you think like the future of this like Instagram scene is, or like, you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like everything eventually comes to an end. So I mean,
do you think it's the end, or do you think it's like the rebirth?
I don't think it's the end yet,
because so many people rely on it. It can't be the end, right?
It can't be the end. There are too many people that rely on it. There's too many careers that rely on it at this point. Off that. Yeah. So, you know, I think it's still going.
I seen something on Instagram. There was an update today, and where your activity would be, like your notifications, it's shopping now. You know what? Not on my personal Instagram, but I have another little Instagram that it's like a motorcycle Instagram or whatever, but it's had it for a couple months already. Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And that's the thing, everyone's been trained to tap for years. Yeah. And now they replace it with shopping. Yeah. Oh my god, right? How many people are gonna waste their money on that shit? So now? I feel like, you know, Instagram's not going anywhere, but it's gonna be more monetized like that. You know what I mean? Even the Instagram lives. I was on Instagram Live and I made $14. Just do it. It's like called badges or something. So you know how on YouTube they're like the top comments are the fans after like 30K subscribers? It has the thing where you can have like a badge next to your name. You know, you've never seen that? No. So it's just like the verified badge? Yeah. It'll be like a denied approval, like a DA. Yeah. Next to your name when I'm on live, kind of. Oh, okay. So, but at first it's just like a couple hearts. So like one heart is like $1, 2 hearts is like $2, $3, 3 hearts is like $5 or something. And so it's like if people want their comment to be recognized, they buy the hearts.
Oh, okay.
You know, so when they're talking to you in live, it's like someone can be like, "Oh, I'm only gonna respond to people with like the hearts right now because there's so many people."
Yeah,
so something
yeah,
like that, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, so they're at least I see them trying to monetize it,
Yeah.
and hopefully they like figure out the kinks. But like, I don't know, man. It's kind of like dying off. Like, there's a lot of artists that were like had a little buzz going for themselves, and then Corona just came and like,
Yeah.
it's kind of just like if you didn't pop, like.
But I feel like the Corona thing is like, in my opinion, is like that's the time that people should really like have been going hard with the Instagram and YouTube stuff. Like,
Everything, people were just locked in on their phones.
I'm like, exactly. I'm like the content, and that's what I kept saying. I'm like, right now is the time to like go hard.
And had a bunch of money.
Yeah, I'm like the YouTube channel thing. Like, right, that's why I started kind of doing it. You know what I mean? During the Corona thing, I'm like, well, I'm still kind of running around a little bit, and I can at least get my channel going because people will be watching it. You know what I mean? Like, and my channel grew pretty fast. I think I got like 12,000 subscribers, and it's like, I really have only been going hard with it for like 6 months, so it's like it's not too bad. In my opinion, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know, so
yeah, I feel like I see like Twitter has also become like the new kind of like Twitter's like is where you find like your happiness now on social media. Before Instagram was like, right. Instagram is just like because I have to, just because I have to. I don't know why, but I do. Twitter's like, oh, this is fun.
I mean, I don't really go on Twitter too much. I had Twitter for a long time, and I deleted it a long time ago, and then I just made a new one recently. But I don't really go on Twitter too much. I still fuck with Instagram, like, but I don't post a lot. You know what I mean? I'll post my story, that's it. But then I just like, I don't know. I honestly, I just sit in the explore page and just like, you know what I mean? But I'm always like stuck on like car videos and just whatever.
What else are you into besides like the hip hop shit? Definitely BMX,
motorcycles, cars, all that type of shit. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to get into cars.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I've never like had the money to even like think about
like
doing
when I was young, I was into cars a lot, and I you know had a couple cars, fast cars and stuff like that. But they were just a lot of money. It was a waste of money. And then, you know, whatever, I got over that, and eventually I ended up moving to California. And I you know, I've had a couple cars out here, but then I have the motorcycle, and that's my main transportation. I don't even have a car anymore. So, and I have a couple other bikes, and that was something me and Juice were into, like riding bikes and stuff like that. So a couple of dirt bikes and stuff, but that's like fun to me. Like that's something I do a lot. You just take out some of the bikes, we go riding, whether it's like the Harley or the supermotos or a dirt bike. But
let's do some dirt bike shit.
Yeah,
I'm down to do some dirt bike shit.
I got a bunch of bikes at the house and stuff. So
hell yeah, that's too far.
Yeah,
they have like this whole neighborhood here. They have these like trails that like it's all like mountain bike trails.
Yeah,
and they cut throughout every single like neighborhood, and so like you just see people like flying down these hills. I was like, bro, we need to get some bikes. Yeah, and just at night just rip through.
I know. When I was driving over here, I saw some trails. And oh damn! I wonder if I can take the bikes over here. Then I saw no motorized vehicles at all. I saw a sign. Man, and I was like, fuck that shit. We'll come rip through here anyway. So
put a light on that bitch.
Yeah.
We do see a lot of coyotes out here though.
Do you? Yeah.
That's the only thing. Like, I don't think they'd fuck with us.
Nah, because whenever I'm on the bike and I kind of see them a lot, kind of too at night, and then I end up like chasing them, and so I'm always like chasing them on the bike, and they're just running around the neighborhood, and they're freaking out, and I'm like just chasing them on the bike and stuff. So it's actually kind of funny. I fuck with them.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm trying to like. I feel like the past couple of years I've been like in this rut of just working, and just like not having fun at all. Like I've been having fun with whenever like random fun opportunities presented themselves within the work, but I haven't done shit for myself. Like I just started skateboarding again and just started like bro, I've been sitting behind a computer for like 3 years.
I mean, I think that's how it was for me too for a long time, and then when I started hanging out with Juice, it was that changed it. You know what I mean? It was like, it's like, yeah, we can work, but let's go have fun. Let's ride these bikes. Let's go in the studio for 6 hours. Or let's go ride the bikes for an hour. You know what I mean? Like, and then we started riding, getting all the bikes, and then we started riding a lot more. And then we started going out to the desert, and then it was like, you know, then we're like, now we have a little group of friends that would come and we would take the bikes out on Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, I got back to like having fun again with that. And then even lately, I'm just trying to even just exercise more a little bit, but I started riding my fixie again a little bit, and then I started riding my BMX bike a little bit. I even went out and separated my shoulder and fucked myself up a couple weeks ago riding some dirt jumps and stuff like that. I'm like really trying to get back into riding my bike, and I've been riding street stuff. I'm gonna go hit some jumps, and like I was doing good and whatever, and then I fell one. It wasn't even a bad fall. I like bailed and like slipped when I like bailed and like washed down, just flipped over, and just fucking separated my shoulder and fucked myself up.
Did you get surgery or like some crazy cast or some shit?
I was like in a sling for a few days, and it's fucked up. It's kind of fucked up. I probably do need surgery. I just probably won't get it. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've been skating a lot too, and I've been like even losing weight from it, and I'm like, damn, this is fun.
And that's the biggest thing too. It's like I used to ride every day, you know what I mean? Like I need to lose weight, and like I need to be riding a lot more and exercising a lot more.
Because you're just like fucking healthy. You're just doing what you love.
Yeah,
that's what I've learned about making yourself a better person. Is like you have to trick yourself into do it. That's the easiest way. I know I'm not lazy in the sense I won't work hard, but I'm lazy. I'm not gonna fucking move around that much.
Yeah, right.
So like if I'm gonna move, I have to make myself move around.
Yeah.
So like fuck it, I'm gonna go skate.
Yeah.
Like Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, I'm gonna hit these people up to skate.
Yeah, and that's what I've been doing a lot. Like I don't like because a bunch of my other friends, I ride BMX bikes, like regular BMX bikes, but there's this whole like resurgence of kids riding the big wheels, shit. Riding doing the wheelies, and like a bunch of my friends have the bikes. I'm like, shit, let's go riding. I'm riding my little regular 20-inch BMX bike, and they're riding the big 26 and 29s. But like, they don't. To me, I'm like jumping stairs, and they're like, holy fuck. I'm like, I'm not even really doing anything. You know what I mean? But now it's fun because like I'm making them do it. I'm like, all right, jump these stairs. You know what I mean? Like they're like, oh no. I'm like, ride down these fucking stairs, and we're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? So now it's fun. Like we're all out here like motivating each other. Like I'm getting my little groove back, trying to like do stuff again. I'm getting these kids to start like get into it. And then even one of the kids like was like, I'm building a regular BMX bike. I went and rode a bowl at a skate park with it. Now I want a regular BMX. I'm like, sick. I feel like when you do what you love, it just presents new opportunities. You know, you just got to give it a little time to breathe, and you're like, damn. So like, okay, now that this is a thing, there's people coming. Like, okay, so now I have an audience. Damn, I could make a product or a team or something. Like, you just get presented these new things, and it just builds off itself. Yeah, but you just got to give it that time of like the resources and then just the faith. Like, let me see what happens. And like that BMX has been fun because like I'm just riding with kids that are just starting to ride their bikes, and they're doing wheelies and stuff. But it's like I don't have any obligations to it. I don't have to go and film. I'm not working for a company. Just like it's just back to like
they're doing it just because they love it.
Let's just go to the city and pedal around. And like that's what I used to love about Boston. Like me and my friends, like most of them, when we started getting older, and I'd be out filming a lot. But then they'd be like, all right, I'm out of work. Let's go to Boston at night and let's go pedal around for 4 hours. Just like, jumping some stairs and doing some stuff for like an hour, and then we're smoking a blunt, at the library and the stairs.
Yeah, bro, like in the East Coast, when you're from the East, or at least where I'm from Worcester, Massachusetts and shit, you're outside for real, like all day, all night. Just out there. It's just like the culture. Like when I was growing up, you just fucking ride around, see where all the bikes are at, throw your bike down, go. They're probably in the backyard or the basement or something.
That too, like other. Oh shit, like riding in like it's like a small town, like calling their phone. Oh shit, he's probably not home yet. Hanging up, riding your bike a mile to your friend's house. Riding to another mile to your other friend's house. See all the bikes. All right, boom, pull up. Hey guys.
And that's like I'm trying to bring that vibe over here. I try to like we do the last Sunday parties, or like the last Sunday of every month. We have like all the homies pull up and shit. And the last one we did was in February because COVID started. And the last one we did like free tattoos and like a taco bar, and like it was just mad fun. Like
sick.
Everyone just got to chill, and it wasn't like no work shit, just vibing out. And I don't know, man. I'm trying to get back into that shit. I'm trying to have more fun. Yeah, fun's important.
It really is. That's the biggest thing too. It's like that's something that Juice taught me. Like you just gotta have fun and enjoy it, because obviously like life doesn't last that long. You know what I mean? Like,
and it just keeps it fresh for you, like especially because it's like you just think about it all the time. Like after my homies passed in Atlanta, it was just like we were doing something fun while they passed. You know what I'm saying? Like it was one of the most fun nights we had. We had got a new crib and shit, and it was the first day we moved in, and so like for me after that, anytime I had a lot of fun, I felt like something like bad like that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I know.
And
what you mean.
I had to really, really like rewire how the fuck I thought.
And that's kind of how
It's like,
I am a lot in my head. It's like anytime something's going good, I feel like something terrible is gonna happen, and it's like
Yeah, bro. And it's
every time something
and because you feel it, and you're
Yeah.
like, I didn't feel it last time, and like you feel like now that I do feel something, I need to like make sure nothing happens, and you're like, nothing's gonna happen, and you just fucking have to do it. You have to just like, for me, I just had to sit through it and be like, okay, if something's gonna happen, let's see what the fuck's gonna happen, and nothing would ever happen. I'm like, okay, it's just some bullshit I'm thinking, you know what I mean? And it just fucking, after a while, I treat it like different like personalities trying to fucking like get at you, you know what I'm saying? Just like shut up, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my shit today, don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? And just like you overcome it, you know what I'm saying? And after that, everything seems like way better. You just, everything's, because you want to have fun again.
Yeah.
And then like now that I've been having more fun, it's just we're learning how to monetize fun.
Yeah.
You know, we can hang out with the homies and fucking give everyone a free shirt, take some photos, and like, you know, that's our photo shoot. I feel like creatives that, you know, everyone wants to work with the rappers. That's like the main, or at least from my perspective of Instagram, everyone just trying to work with these bigger artists, but they don't know how to build the relationships just as people. Yeah. Like you're thinking about it as a celebrity, as this, it's just a person. Yeah, when you like, approach it like that, it's a different experience.
And the thing is, it's like, I want to work with big artists. I want to work with Kanye West, right? But I don't want Kanye West to be hiring me film to take this picture and that's it. No, I want him to be like, oh, you're cool as fuck, come hang out, let's chill, come hang out in the studio and vibe like that. I want it to be some real shit, you know what I mean? Like,
you get that realization when you pull up somewhere for the first time. You think your homies, and they're like, yo, where's the camera? I didn't bring the camera.
Yeah.
You're like, damn, bro. Like,
no, and that's like, you know what I mean? That's what, like, you know, I pull up on a trip and I don't pull the camera out all the time. You know what I mean? They're like, just pull up, come over, we're over here, and then just pull up vibe. Hey, yo, listen to these new songs. It's not like, let's film this, listen to these new, it's just like, yo, you want to hear these new songs? Just because, like, that's real shit. And you know what I mean?
And
like,
that's when you even, like, I don't know, the more relationships you build, the better you get at it too.
Yeah.
And it just becomes a more natural thing. But I think that's the biggest misconception with at least networking. It's not, you can't think about it like these big people. How do I meet these big people? Like, meet these people around you. Like practice, like, see someone at the store and be like, I'm gonna become friends with them. Yeah. Somehow. Yeah. And just practice doing something like that, and you get the skill. Yeah. And it's that exact skill you use to finesse other shit and meet more people, and like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's something everyone can do. Yeah. Everyone can network. Everyone can build up themselves.
It's true. Like, you know, it really is based on being able to network and stuff like that too, because, you know, it is obviously skill. But it's like, obviously there are people that are better than other people that are probably further ahead. You know what I mean? Just because they're better at networking than someone else is. So,
what percent would you say that is, or not that, but like skill versus like networking?
As percent as to what?
Like 50% skill, 50% sauce?
I think it has to be at least a 50-50, you know, balance. It can't be, I mean, to be good, I think, you know, you can I see people that are like 99% networking, zero sauce, you know what I mean, that get pretty far. So I mean, it just,
it's like, who knows, man? I don't know what to tell you. Just try to figure it out.
You just gotta figure it out. I mean, if you want to be a solid person, I think it should be a 50-50 balance. You should be able to do both, you know what I mean, equally. But, you know, I see people that are just finesse kings that are just there. Like, why are you here? Yeah. What are you doing? Like, what is, you know what I mean? Like, I look at some people, like, I get it. There are people around that are homies and they're chilling. Then I look at some people, I'm like, what is your purpose? Yeah. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Like,
and it sucks, bro. It's such a weird, and I think because of it's the hip hop culture, at least for what it was, and still kind of, it probably won't be after COVID, but like, it was so much of a visual thing. You know what I mean? Like, even the drugs, everything is like just you want people to like see you doing the drugs. You want people to see you with these cool people around you, even if they're lames and they're fucking bad energy around. Like, at least you look cool. At least you like got no money in your pocket, but you got a nice outfit on, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of shifting now. Now it's like, okay, look, this is who I am. This is who I fuck with. Like,
Yeah.
You know, leave me alone if you're not gonna be cool.
Yeah, we don't need just this random what are you here doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just taking up space and like fucking.
And that, bro, that was one of the things I found so hard to deal with for me is like, it's just all these rappers now were blowing up on SoundCloud, just these like normal kids, and they would just put their homie in position, which was cool, to be their like cameraman, and they just buy him a cameraman or a camera, and but they don't know how to take photos, they don't know how to shoot,
Yeah.
they don't know, they're not like good, they're like just looking foolish, and then there was so many of those that the whole stigma for cameraman or videographer or photographer just became like worthless.
I
Literally
mean,
worthless.
and I still see that. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
bro,
Like,
and
you
I-
look at someone, you're like, what are you doing right now? And
Yeah.
like, but you're like, all right, I get it.
And now
you're
you
the
tell
homie, and
someone-
he just gave you a camera, and you don't know what the fuck you're doing with it. But I mean, I get it because they
Everyone
want to put their
starts
homies in
somewhere.
a position, and like but just like, don't put them in a position where you really should have someone that has like actual knowledge of what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
make them your assistant.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
'Cause
Like,
for that shit, bro, that shit fucked the whole game up. Of
Yeah.
just like, you go to a club, right? Even like, bro, I remember working with Yachty, or like, not so much Yachty, but like Stiz or something. We go to a club and like, I'd be like, yeah, like I'm his videographer, and they just think I'm like some random ass kid that lives in the city. I'm like, bro, I'm on the tour, bro. Like,
Yeah,
let me in. What's wrong with you? Like, and you just get labeled as this like
yeah,
nobody that doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
you know, just
exactly.
stick to recording.
just some kid.
That's
with a
why I
camera.
was like,
It's
I need to. I'm like, video at first was my tool to get in the door and meet people and show them
Yep.
I have some value to add. But at this point, it's not even getting. I have to show them like what else I can do. Like,
yeah,
it's not just videos. It's not. Anything I put my time into, I can build up and make well. Like, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do with Denied Approval, is show
Yeah.
people like, look, I've tried to help so many people, build them up, and they just didn't want it, or like they've used it and didn't, you know.
yeah,
So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do my own shit now.
yeah, yeah,
And it's so much funner, bro.
yeah.
So much funner.
Yeah.
More fun.
Yeah, no, I feel you 100%. You know, exactly. Like I've gotten the same feeling just doing my own YouTube stuff lately. Like it just feels good, just doing my own thing and stuff like that. And if like I can get to the channel enough to, monetize, I think that would be great.
Yeah.
That would be, that would be
So
a
then it's
great.
just like, damn, I'm
situation
really
right now.
motivated to do shit now.
Yeah,
Just because it's like, this is my life. This is
yeah,
the like machine I built,
yeah, exactly.
and now I'm just
So.
going with it.
Hell yeah.
So fucking any last words to the listeners? Any good advice to the ones struggling out there trying to make it?
Just fucking keep trying to go. I mean, it's not easy. You know what I mean? Like nothing. I've been doing this a long time. You know what I mean? I've done it with a lot of different types of people and different, it's been a long time. I've been doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Put the
Filming,
work
taking
in.
photos.
Put your head
You have
down.
to, people just think all of a sudden like, oh, he was just Juice's photographer or something like that. He came up out of there, like, no, I worked with a lot more people, before that. And even before the rap, I did a lot more stuff, filming wise. So it's just like, it takes a while sometimes, and it's no guarantees. There's still no guarantee for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm just, I'm where I'm at. Like, if I don't keep going, it's like, it would just be over.
In the last podcast, my homie Eric said, if you're not keeping up, you're falling off.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it is.
So it's just like, you just gotta keep going. Just keep moving. No matter what happens, it's like, it's hard. I've always been like the one to be able to like have shitty stuff happen, but still like whatever. You know what I mean? Like always like, well, this is my next idea. You know what I mean?
And
that's
the
so
character.
like it lately it's obviously been a little bit harder after everything, but it's just like you still gotta like just move forward and just try to keep positive and try to just keep going, or you're just gonna just fall off and become nothing. So
yeah. You can choose.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like,
So,
I've been there too, but I
Yeah.
chose, man, and I'm fucking trying to make it happen.
hell yeah.
But that's it for this episode. I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you for having me.
It was nice
Appreciate it.
fucking smoking a fat one
Yeah.
with you.
Hell yeah.
Bro.
Thank you.
And the Kariuki Podcast episode 2 is over.
The deputies fire multiple shots.